Good afternoon, everyone. A very warm welcome to the Design Meetup brought to you by IxDF Kerala, sponsored by Experion Technologies. It's wonderful to have such a dynamic group joining us today. Each of you must be contributing to some aspect of digital experience. It could be in the imagination part, or the building, or the evolution part. So, let me start this session with a very basic question. Why do we instinctively trust a deep blue brand? Or find ourselves suddenly hungry when we scroll past a golden arc? It's not coincidence, it's just behavior design at work. From the red that accelerates retail decision to those minimum beige color that signals calm and sophistication. Color is a silent but strategic ambassador of brand's intent. It defines trust, excitement, and many more emotions. In essence, color is not just decoration, it's also the business intelligence coded in pixels. All right, over to you, Govind.
So this section mostly is about like understanding where color meets human behavior and how it affects a design. So let's start. So first of all, like what is color psychology? So color psychology is the study of how color affects human behavior and emotions. So like first of all, uh, our brain instantly attaches to a color, like it understands a meaning or tries to find a meaning to a color even before we read something. Like when we see a red button, we will we will get that idea of something is something you have to click, or something you have to stop. There is something urgency. So that's something brain directly attached to that colors. So it basically comes from our personal experiences, biology, culture, etc. Uh, so in design, like color can actually guide your attention, build trust, create urgency, reduce stress, etc. Like depends on the color, we can get that feeling of warmth, maybe tension, maybe it depends on which color we are using. So when we understand color psychology, like we stop guessing and start designing with more intention. So let's move on to the next part. So why does color matter in UI? Color matter because it directly impacts both user and business. So first of all, is brand recognition. Like people remember brands faster through colors. So let's say uh, red color, and think of some brand having red color, and most of you can think of Netflix, YouTube, etc., having red color, which whenever we see that red, we will definitely recognize the brand even without seeing that Netflix logo or YouTube play button. Uh, because we can even before seeing or reading anything, we will directly associate with that color, and that's how brand recognition works. So and the second point is user behavior. The right color choices can increases clicks and conversion. Like uh, if you say, yeah, instead of whenever we go to any application, uh, there will be some button. Like mostly there will be many buttons, but if there will be a primary action button, and if that button doesn't have any color or any like something to differentiate it from the rest of the buttons or click areas, it will be like harder for yourself to understand where to click or what's the primary action. So color comes into that place, and we can use colors to highlight that area or highlight that button, so the user knows what to do next, or what to uh, choose from that number of buttons or things from that screen. So that's how colors helps users to choose. And also third is accessibility. So if we like most people have some issues in sight and all, and without proper contrast and accessibility, many users you know uh, cannot like understand what a thing is, like what a button is depicting, or what that button or anything is conveying. So we have to always think about people who may have color blindness, any visual issues or something like that, and we have to choose colors based on that. And it's something fundamental, and it should be done by every designers when designing something, so it can be accessible by everyone. So these are the things why color matter in UI. And to the next part is like color psychology theory. So before using colors creatively, we need to understand the science behind it, right? So in the next few slides, we'll be looking into how brain reacts to colors, how color interact, and how all it applies to the real UI design. So moving on to the first one is like warm versus cool colors. Like colors are like mostly divided into warm and cool tones. Like red, orange, yellow. That all comes under the warm colors, and blue, green, purple. That all comes under the uh, cool colors. So it gives that warmness and like warm feeling and cool feeling whenever we use these colors. So like if when we use warm colors, it will give that energetic attention grabbing feeling. Like most let's say example yeah, let's take example Swiggy or Zomato. Like we will definitely get attracted to a page having that red color or yellow orange colors, because it's more energetic and attention grabbing. So that's why there's that colors are used there. Like if let's say you go into a Swiggy page, Swiggy or Zomato, and you see blue or green instead of these colors, it will be like very plain and not so like energetic or anything. It will be very blunt, maybe like professional thing. So that's not a meaning we want to convey through the convey in this app. So that's why we get to see red, orange colors in this type of apps, and you can see many other examples in out out there. So and also cool colors like blue, green, purple. It kind of uh, gives that feel calm and trustworthy, like professional uh, feeling. Like when let's say you go into a bank page, and it will be more of a cool vibe. Like you can see more blues there, so it will give that trustworthy, uh, you know, professional feeling there. So warm warm colors also affects our like distance also. Like um temperature can also like affect our perspective on distance. Like warm colors feel closer and cool colors feel farther. Like uh that's one of the reason like red is used in stop signals, because a driver coming from very like long distance or like very long from the signal can see the red color from far away. So that's one of the reasons we use red for stop, and the driver can stop or slow down the vehicle when he sees that red. So that's why like warm colors feel closer, and cool colors like feel that like it's farther away. And that's also one of the reasons like we use warm colors for like call to action button. Like when you see some in Instagram and all, you can see some uh, action buttons will have that very vibrant colors in their posters and all. So the user will have that tendency to click there. That's why you even many of us see like warm colors in CTA buttons. Yeah. So to the next topic is color saturation and brightness psychology. So saturation means how intense a color is, and brightness is how light or dark it appears. Like highly saturated colors will give like very attention grabbing, very excitement creating, and like also has some issues like if used very very widely, it will cause that fatigue or very stress to your eyes, and it will be very hard. So that's why we use high saturation colors in uh, like buttons or small areas only. So low saturation gives that sophistication, like kind of very calm and professional look. Uh, uh, that's why like it we use for low saturation color for background. So it feels that very calm and in the background, and but for CTS and all, it will give that very you have to click there, that kind of feeling. So that's why finance and healthcare app usually softer. Like when we see finance and let's say bank application or anything, you go into and you can see very saturated, less saturated colors, not so some like orangish or like no, we can't see some that kind of colors there because it that's like high saturation colors that gives that kind of creates excitement kind of, and in for finance and healthcare we need that professional and sophistication calming kind of vibe. So that's why we see blue, green, etc. there. And for entertainment applications we see more saturated in, colors. So neurological response to colors, like color is processed by our brain very fast. Like even before we read, the color is processed and it will give some kind of meaning to that, and maybe have some reaction based on that. So how different colors, are perceived is differently. So that can be like create like increase our heart rate, and there will be a sense of urgency there. And blue can reduce stress and anxiety and very calm feeling. Green is comfortable for long viewing, and blue and yellow is for some simultaneous, very energetic or something like that. These reactions are um, uh, happening very subconsciously, and which is why color use of color is very powerful in designing and UA, and use of it, like using it using it for mm, you know uh, using it by understanding how these colors affects is very useful. So to the next thing is color context and meaning shift. So first of all, what I would say is a color doesn't like have one fixed meaning. So in most cases that can mean danger, error, excitement, or sale. Green can mean success, nature, or money. So that's something like internet, like everywhere is there, but for some colors white will be having white for purity, but somewhere it's connected to that, something like that. So color doesn't have any fixed meaning, but some colors can have for that it can be danger alerts, etc. And so, and also like surrounding colors also can change, except like perception of how a color is seen. Like um, when we pair a gray color with blue color, the gray will look more warmer, and if we pair a red color with gray color, the gray will look cooler. That's something surrounding creates, like the perception changes with surroundings. And also like let's take example of purple. So in fashion and all, purple can be very a color like giving off a vibe of very luxury and all. So in the same color in a child's application, it's kind of a playful color. So that's how when context changes, the meaning of each color changes. So one thing we have to think is like there are some common colors for some things like let's say let's take the example of traffic signals, and let's say we are suddenly one day we are giving green color for stop sign, and it's going to create a chaos, right? Everyone will be thinking, okay, green is for go, and they'll be coming straight, and it's going to create accidents or traffic jams, etc. So some colors have that meaning of like red is stop, green is go, yellow is slow. So we have to whenever we create that user expectation, it can always confuse. So always think of how these colors are working and what are the meaning these colors are giving, and common understanding of color, and using that we can select colors based on that. So color and cognitive load. Like cognitive load means that mental effort required to user interface, or like maybe some seeing a design, like something. Whenever something we need some mental effort to understand that, right? So when we use too many colors, it's gonna increase that cognitive load, and it will increase that confusion. So what we should like understand is we should always limit our colors uh, to maybe one or two, maybe maximum three colors to a point, and work on that color shades and etc. So a consistent color palette reduces thinking effort and help users complete tasks faster. Like let's say you go into Netflix, and instead of a red button you see blue color. So you'll have that, why is that? You'll even for a second you will think why that red button is blue there. So, and you can have a confusion, even though there is a text written, maybe sign in or login will be the text inside that. Even though there is text inside that, you'll have that confusion why the common red color is not there and there is a blue color there. So, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, there should be always a consistent pattern, so the users will have and reduce thinking effort, and it will help users complete tasks faster. And also, like said earlier, like if green is success, it should mean success everywhere, and it will help that color coding is a thing. Like if one color has a meaning of green having success, and red is for warning or stop, it should be like that. So if that changes, it's gonna increase that cognitive load, and it will be very hard for users on sometimes. So yeah, that's for cognitive load. Like always, limit your palettes. Have a color coding, consistent using. Uh, yeah, and also forgot to mention the color contrast. So as I said earlier, that mm, contrast and color selection have a connection with accessibility. So that also you have to take in mind when selecting colors. So color memory and brand recall. So human remembers colors faster than words. Like I mentioned it one or two times before. Like uh, the humans have a way of remembering or getting attached to a color before that he uses or maybe reads a thing. So it will be when we creating something, it will be uh, like choosing colors is one of the main thing to connect with the users or users, and it can help the company grow, maybe the users to understand or get that emotion from that color very strongly. let's take everyone. I hope everyone knows Snapchat, right? And whenever sees that light yellow color, whenever see that yellow, we'll understand it's Snapchat. So that's how brand colors work. Like for YouTube, it's red. Netflix, that dark red is there. So that's how colors help us. Recall brand names, or like it gets attached with users, etc. So yeah, for example, like Coca-Cola, that McDonald's, hello, that's always instant recognition when we see some like these colors somewhere. Like, yeah. So to like simultaneous contrast effect. Let's say a color look different depending on the colors around it. So it will be like uh, if you put a gray on dark background, the gray will be lighter, and dark if you are putting gray on a light background, it will be like it is the perception of how contrast works. Like if you put a white text on dark background, it will be very visible, right? And if you put a light text on light background, it will be very hard to read, and it can cause contrast effects. Like so, we should. That's why we should always select colors for text and or text and background and text, and maybe background or any other objects above it, considering the contrast. Like if you want to convey that message, or if you want to show that there is something you have to do, or something is there, we need to have some way to differentiate, right? So if you're using like same tone of colors, it will be very hard to differentiate. So contrast is something you have to keep in mind when you're designing. So next to another topic is dark mode versus light mode. So why users tend to have like dark mode and light mode? Like some people will be liking dark mode, some people will be liking light mode. And as of now, it's kind of a trend to be on dark mode. Most people are comfortable in dark mode. So what I want to say is like, what's the psychology behind it? Yeah. What I say is like our brain, like our brain prefers interfaces that match the surrounding of our environment. Like if you are in a very bright morning, or in a daytime, the brain prefers something light, right? And if it mismatches its environment, it can cause discomfort and eye strain. So when we are using our mobile phones on like night time, without any external lights or anything, we may feel strain when we are using that light mode. So what our brain prefers that time is dark mode, and in morning time it's light mode. So some other things I want to say is like light mode, as I said, it works well with the bright environment, and it's great for having when we are using very text heavy interfaces, and also it can also cause eye strain in low light conditions. So where this light mode works best is when you are reading a lot of text. Like think of a scenario when you are reading something in your mobile phone or laptop or anything, and you're reading so much, and when you're reading a dark text on white background, it will be easy, because that's how we have been trained. Like we even from a school time, we are writing using dark color pens, pens on white paper only. So when we even in books also, we will see white color paper, and the print will be on dark. So we have been like hardwired to read from white papers only. So it will be very easy for us when we are reading a lot of text. Then light mode is very helpful, and working in daylight, productivity and learning apps also uh, tend to prefer light mode because it can help you focus and maybe read more, etc. So and also a very data heavy dashboard, like think of a scenario where if your Excel is gone dark mode and everything is switched to black, and the background is black and the text are white, it's gonna cause very strange your eyes, and it will be very hard for some people. Like some people may have some issue reading like that, and it will cause very strain. So that's about light mode. And for dark mode, it can reduce glare in low light conditions, and it it can also give that very uh, pop. When we watching movies and all, we will get that very focused, very uh, into that movie kind of feeling. That's why when we go to theater, it, they'll be just showing that movie, and the rest of the theater will be very dark, right? So that's also effect of dark mode, how psychology behind dark mode works. So dark mode works very well with low light environment, entertainment and media, long sessions at night, immersive experience like in theaters and all. That's all the places where dark mode works well. So uh, yeah, I would to say is dark mode and light mode are not about aesthetics kind of thing, but like they deeply are part of some human psychology, environmental and emotional state. To next, yeah. So now let's look at how different colors affect emotion and behavior. Uh, like we discussed earlier, like some colors will give very warm feeling, very cool feeling, all and also maybe energetic. That's all right. So let's see how some of the colors affect us, and how some brands use these colors to connect with users. So let's start with red. So red is one of the strongest attention grabbing colors. So it can increase your heart rate and can create a feeling of urgency. So that's why we can see red in sales, warnings, errors, alerts, etc. Because it can have that, maybe you can there is danger, or you can have that alert feeling. It can give warnings, and also it can give negative feelings also. It can give, like, if in case of sales and the sales are running out, like it's going down, and the shopkeeper can have some red banner saying the sales are going to end by this time. So people will have that, or no, that say the thing is going to sell out, and we have to purchase very fast, kind of urgency feeling is there. Yeah, the shopkeeper can create that urgency by having a banner in red or something like that. So that's how that works. So some real world examples are like YouTube's play button. It will create that urgency to watch a video or anything from YouTube. And in Pinterest, uh, there is that red button for saving. So it will encourage that immediate engagement with the application. And Netflix, that will give that excitement and entertainment. That's how color affects, right? And next to is green. Green represents growth, balance, and positivity. So it strongly connects to nature, health, success, money, etc. And it is best used for success and success, environmental, health and wellness app, money, etc. So how and green is something most abundant in nature, and it is some of the main colors we uh, see most abundantly, and it is one of the easiest colors our eyes can process. And whenever we see that green color, we have that very calm feeling. Most of us will like look into very naturey areas, like maybe some hills. So, and why people get that calm feeling is because of how, because green color gives that very calm feeling. That's why we'll get that feeling from there. So how some real brands use these colors, right? So WhatsApp, we know it's we know it's very friendly messaging app. That comes from that green. And next is Spotify. Spotify always gives that very fresh, vibrant energy. And Starbucks symbolizes very nature, calmness, and sustainability through this green color. To the next is blue. So I think that text is still green. Sorry. So it's blue. So blue is associated with calmness and stability, and it also gives that trust and reduces stress and helps users feel safe. So whenever we go to a professional website or bank or any system where we need, safety or trustworthiness, and there we can see blue. So, example, PayPal, something deals with money transactions. So there is that blue. And in Facebook, it builds trust and social connections. LinkedIn, it's about professional blue or business networking. Next is yellow. Yellow creates that energetic, very energetic kind of vibe, a very youthful vibe. So it stimulates mental activities and generates energy. It's also used for warnings, highlights, etc. And you can see yellow in more creative, playful brands. Some real-world examples are Snapchat. It creates that fun, youthful vibe, and McD have that golden access, which will evoke happiness and warmth. And also in Nat Geo, we can see that yellow, which creates curiosity, exploration, attention, etc. To next, orange. Orange also creates a sense of urgency, like red, but without much less aggression. It promotes. It's kind of a friendly approach to urgency. It creates that sense of urgency, but in a friendlier way. It also using call to action buttons, creative platform, food apps. It also have this trait of stimulating appetite in this. That's why Swiggy, Zomato also have this orange kind of colors in them. So some real world examples are SoundCloud, Fanta, Swiggy. As I said, Swiggy, the orange will simulate that update and energy. So to next, accessibility and culture. So as we know, like different colors have different meaning in many areas. Like in Western area, red is danger, passion, love. But in China, like I don't know, like when we see Chinese movies or some Chinese anime, like red is always some part of luck, prosperity, celebration. We can see red is commonly used with uh, this kind of thing in Chinese culture, right? In also Japan or Japanese culture also, we can see that is something auspicious for them. But in some countries, it's kind of danger. So every color has some kind of different meaning in different cultures. So in white, in Western is purity, wedding and peace. But in India, it's anyway something related to that. Also, we have purity meaning, but also it always related to that. Everywhere in that time, there is always white related there. So like that, every color has that meaning in them, like different meaning depending on that cultures. So why to next is color accessibility. So color accessibility is something often get ignored. Many people still design without thinking the accessibility, how everyone can access the product, including people with visual impairments, etc. So uh, there's like 1 in 12 men have like color blindness. So when we scale it to a worldwide thing, it will be very huge number, right? So most people have this issue, and many of the application doesn't have that accessibility. So it will be very hard for them to understand the application, which may make them hate that application, or which make that application very hard for them. So what we have to do is like we have to uh, uh, select colors or check the contrast and make the check contrast also by using icons or anything. We can make that application understandable for everyone. So some examples are shown here, like if we show a button like this, it will be very hard to write. And also a red text inside a red background, it's very hard to write. But if we see to the good examples, it's very much readable. And even if the person can't understand the color from this icon, he can understand like that's something success or something. So that's what accessibility matters in design. And to my conclusion, some color isn't just about making interfaces look good. It is something which shapes how we feel, think, and act. Often before, like even before we realizing it. So when we design with psychology, accessibility, and context in mind, color becomes one of the most powerful tools in design. And also, when we use colors intentionally, we don't just design better interfaces, we design better experiences. So we should always research on colors and select which emotion we want to transfer, or which emotion we want to convey to the users. And also think about accessibility. We can create a much better designs. So I'm winding up my session. So thank you for your time. And I just want everyone to remember, it's like great design is invisible, but great color is unforgettable. Thank you.